Greetings everyone, hey how you doing? It's Matt Sella here. Today, I wanted to do a quick trailer reaction to The Addams Family, the latest iteration of, well, the very famous gothic American family, The Addams Family. So I remember a while ago this movie was announced that they were going to make a quote-unquote reboot of the Addams Family, but make it more in an animation form to more accurately connect to the original, I believe, the comic run of the Addams Family. So it's not going to be based off quite like the old TV show to the, I want to say, Hanna-Barbera cartoon iteration, as well as like the 90s Addams Family movie type stuff. It's completely new take on it, but more on the original iteration of the Addams Family source material. And so when I heard about that, I was initially excited for it. They said it was going to be closer to the comic look, and so that's a bit different than what I was used to. And I am a huge fan of the original television series. I want to say back in the 60s or something. I'm not too sure when the decade was, when it originally came out as a sitcom, black and white TV. It was kind of like a rival. I don't know which one came first, The Addams Family or The Munsters. But I remember watching it on Netflix. I just marathoned the whole thing, and I gotta say, that show really stands the test of time. It feels timeless to me, like a lot of the jokes. Sure, there are references to the decade it took place in, but for the most part, it really played a good contrast between normal, everyday American life, I suppose, to people who are tortured or in a dark theme area and just love it. A fish out of water kind of humor. I guess that's the best way to approach it. And that's why I love the Addams Family so much, because you can get that contrast, and it doesn't really matter who you are. They are such the extreme version of masochists. I'm not sure if that's the right word to describe it, but they love to be tortured in their dark themes, but they are happy about it. They have no real malice to them. And people are taken back by it, like, whoa, this family's creepy. Whoa. But again, they're not evil. They're just living their lives in kind of a thematic opposition of what is considered normal. So that's why they're so creepy and kooky. But let's get straight into the trailer here. So what did I think of this trailer so far? Well, there's a lot of good things that I like about it, but there are some concerns that I have, and we'll get more into that later. But first things first, let's just say, oh, the designs are really, really interesting. I mean, we can already see that they are very different from the Hanna-Barbera cartoon, I believe. A little bit different. I would have to double check on that. But definitely different than the cast members of the original black and white TV show. And definitely different than the 90s Addams Family movies, you know, with Christopher Lloyd in them. It's kind of got that quirky, stylized 3D cartoon style to it. It has a little bit of the Hotel Transylvania vibes to it as well, in terms of the visual form. However, kind of leading to my concerns already is, despite it looking really quirky and kooky, stylistic and all that, I noticed that the animation is quite limited, which is actually fun because I remember the first opening scene when we see Morticia and Gomez kind of scouting their new house. For a second, I don't know why, it made me think of Leica animation, like just the way they moved and like the face structure and the lighting and all that. And that's not a con, by the way. I know I'm kind of mishmashing here, but I like that it had that look, and I thought it was cool. But as the trailer kind of carried on, I kind of noticed how limited the posing was. And I get it. They're supposed to be like dreary-looking people, a little slouchy and mysterious and gothy, but I didn't quite get the energy from the characters too much. There was some of that going on with Gomez, Pugsley, but for the most part, like almost everyone else, even those characters kind of were simplistic, not really squash and stretchy, dynamically posed. So that kind of has some of my concern already about this movie, is like, I don't think it's going to be as well animated as, say, your standard Pixar film, or pushing the boundaries a little bit like with A Cloudier Chance of Meatballs or Hotel Transylvania. I'm not sure. This is the only first trailer we got, and we didn't get much scenes. I don't think we got much context for the story of the movie, because I have no idea. I think it was maybe mentioned that Wednesday was kind of bored by the house and its monotony. Like everything's the same. She tortures her brother and it's dreary and nice. Everyone's happy, but there's no challenge to it maybe. I'm only pulling that out of my butt that's the story. I think I heard that somewhere, but I can't confirm that. The voice casting is interesting. Like, they have Oscar Isaac playing Gomez Addams, which is kind of cool. In some scenes, he kind of sounds like the original actor who portrayed Gomez in the TV show. So I'm really hoping that they're going to pull some of his one-liners and catchphrases from the TV show into this movie. Like, obviously, like one of his famous ones that I remember off the top of my head. That's a capital idea. And things like that. He has like this weird way of encouraging others with his energy, the original actor. So I'm really hoping Oscar Isaac will bring that same energy, maybe more so, or a unique take on it. So I'm happy about that. Charlize Theron as Morticia Addams, she kind of sounds as you would expect. Although, in my opinion, of all the iterations of Morticia Addams, obviously my favorite goes down to the black and white TV show. I just love the actress who played her. She was cute, but she also had that mysterious aura to her. She kind of had like that innocent smile, but at the same time, she had like this presence and power too. It felt like a perfect balance in my opinion. And in all the other ones, what I think became her new iconic presence was the 90s films. I don't know the name of the actress. For a while as a kid, I thought it was Cher, but I'm probably really, really wrong on that. The point is, she had that edgy look to her, kind of villainess type thing about her. And while I thought that was cool and quirky, it wasn't that relatable to me or as endearing. So, but whatever, that's besides the point. I think they're going with that direction more with this version of Morticia, and I'm perfectly fine with that. As far as like the kids go, like Wednesday and Pugsley, Wednesday being played by Chloe Grace Moretz, Wednesday sounds older than she actually is, and I always find that a little jarring sometimes. That's why I kind of always praise Pixar movies for having fictional kid characters played by actual kids, voiced by them, and it helps me like get invested in the movies. And sometimes when movies just cast like young adults to play kid voices, it takes me out a little bit. But that's a nitpick. I can get past that quite easily if the story's good enough. Finn Wolfhard plays Pugsley. That's fine by me too. I don't really have a preference on him whatsoever. What's funny is Uncle Fester, I totally missed this, but Uncle Fester is played by Nick Kroll, which I've seen almost every episode of Big Mouth now. So whatever role Nick Kroll plays, I cannot unhear some of the characters and the profanity he did in Big Mouth. So that's gonna be fun to listen to, I'll tell you what. All in all, I think this is a pretty decent looking teaser, I should say. I think a lot of people are gonna definitely put this on their radar, especially if they are fans of the source material in any form. Like I said, I've seen the original TV show on Netflix. Wasn't for Netflix, of course, but they had all the seasons there. I remember seeing some of the Hanna-Barbera cartoons, I think standalones and maybe with Scooby-Doo. I've seen both the Addams Family movies, the first one, and Values. And I even saw the Addams Family musical on Broadway when Gomez was played by the great Nathan Lane. So yeah, I'm a pretty big fan of theirs, and I really like the quirky sense of humor and the contrasting characters that get involved with the Addams Family and them dealing with normal people. It's great stuff. I think it's great, timeless comedy, and I'm hopeful for this. But as an animator, like I said before, I'm a little nervous that the animation might not be as energetic or expressive as maybe it could be. And if it's not, hopefully the script, the dialogue of the movie itself will have some cleverness to it and the right kind of energy to carry what it means to be an Addams. That is my hope. We'll see. We will see. Hey, let me know, what were your thoughts on the trailer in the comment section below? I'm really curious to see if any of you guys interested in this movie? Are you not so much interested? Does it look too strange to you? Not strange enough? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know. And if you enjoy videos just like this, or podcasts I should say, please consider going to my Patreon at patreon.com/Matt Sella. Links are in the description below for quick access. Consider donating as little as $1 a month. It will really help me go a long way. And I want to do more trailer reactions, more podcasts, more news tidbit things, give my opinion, but I also want to know what's going on in your head regarding these topics. I really want to know. I mean, I want to start a discussion. I want to hear what people think, and I want to consider perspectives I've never thought of before. All right, everyone. Thank you all for tuning in.